Hmm. Do you... Let's see. Have you checked your volume settings? Probably, but
I think that's what Chicken Fingers was saying, yeah. Merry Christmas, Epic Tube. Good to see
what
you,
up, Harley?
Harley?
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Okay, I think we should be good, Vic.
All right.
Awesome. Well, Grendel, I hope you get the... If it doesn't work out for you, Grendel, it's gonna be on the YouTube recording.
Yeah.
Ben, you want to type that into the chat real quick
Yes.
and let Grendel know it will be on YouTube? Awesome.
Wow.
Well, let's
Monster.
begin. We got a lot of you guys have shown up. We'll get started. Few things that we were gonna go over is first things first. I just want to let you guys know that another large order of the care packages went out this morning, and we only have a few left to send out, and these are mostly for the people that did not order mats or decks. We saved your guys' packages for last because we still wanted to send you guys some decks as long as we had the allocation to do so. So, and we do. We knew we would, but we wanted to make sure we took care of everybody that did get decks and mats. So we will be sending out all of you guys that didn't get one or the other, at least one of the decks, one of the Ralph or Amos decks. This will be done at random, but you guys will get at least one deck, and then the other extra goodies, the pins and promo cards and lanyards. So got a nice little package coming to all of you guys. Hopefully those packages are arriving safely. We have heard some of you guys' packages have been arriving a little bit beat up. I know those envelopes weren't the best condition, but we did try to wrap everything up as good as we can with some bubble wrap and stuff too. So apologies if they do get there a little bit beat up, but hopefully all your stuff is in nice condition at least, if not the packaging. But so we do got some more packages going out, but the majority of those are done. So hopefully they get to you guys in one piece. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the goodies we have sent. For those of you that have gotten your packages, hopefully you guys are playing some in-person games and you guys are loving it. Please let us know what I really like everybody's input on these decks. You know, these are the decks that turned us away from our previous manufacturer, and the reasons we, you know, had this big delay and moved to another printer. So the whole team would appreciate, you know, any input on that. Just let us know your guys' opinions and let us know if we made the right choice. I believe we did. Things to look out for mainly on those is the holo cards turned out all right for the most part. The centering is really wacky on some of the holos as far as like the holos go, but it's mostly the non-holos. So the majority of the deck, minus 2 cards, is the main reason. And what to look out for is the corners on the front facing. So when you're looking at the contents of the card, look in the corners. The corners, we had a lot of issues of like cracked corners, and this looks like we're still not really sure what caused this. If it was the corner cutters that worked with the facility. However, all the previous volumes that we did with Rex 3 didn't have this issue. So I don't believe it was the corner cutters personally, but we're not too sure. However, the majority of decks I've seen open has had this issue. If you do have a deck that didn't really have this issue, let us know about it. we'd like to know as much as possible from the stuff we didn't open. Obviously, we didn't want to open up a bunch of decks, as we have no way to reseal them. But still, hope you guys are enjoying them. But other than that, yeah, more care packages will go out this week. The remainder of them will go out most likely tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Day after is Christmas, so probably the day after Christmas, the remainder will go out. And I appreciate you guys being patient with that. It was a lot to go over and pack up. Me and Ben have been having a field day with it. So, and then one last thing, due to the care package, is we had a little mess up because it was an adjustment we made on the Kickstarter to give you guys more stuff, and this is in relation to the Big Daddy tier. So if you're a Big Daddy tier and you're wondering why you didn't get your mat, we apologize. It was something we added later, and so when we went back to grab these lists and stuff, and get your guys' packages right, we slipped up and we didn't get the adjustments we made, so we apologize for that. But you will get your mats with the rest of your Kickstarter stuff. With that being said, on to our next little bit of news. Johnny, why don't you take it away, Mr. Candy Cane?
We talking the good news?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So the good news is
bad news?
What's that?
No bad news. No bad news.
No.
No, yeah, no bad news. It's only good news, really. I'm just excited that I get to do the good news. So yeah, we heard from the printer that things are going well, and like we mentioned, we're really hoping they'll get us some pictures so we can show you guys. But we heard from them that a finished date on the print is going to be January 5th, guys? Is that what they said? Okay. So print finished January 5th, and then they're going to be shipping to us, and we're going to be packing up and shipping them right out to you guys. So that was really nice to hear from them. We heard that there were some adjustments they had to make in their process, and we weren't sure if that was going to slow things down or what, but it was after them saying they made those adjustments January 5th. So they're doing good work over there. They're working quick. We've seen their other products, so we trust that if they're saying that everything's going well, then everything is going well. So really looking forward to getting that, and we'll update you guys as we hear more. If we get pictures, you'll see them. As soon as we get shipping info and confirmation on that from the printer, you guys will hear from us. And as always, we'll keep you guys totally in the loop with everything that we're hearing and what's going on. Are they allowing us to be a part of the QC? The QC was done in mostly... What's that?
So, yeah, we were.
Yeah, absolutely. The QC was done mostly beforehand, with communication with them via Brian and making sure that the cards were what we desired and what was supposed to arrive and looking good and everything. We haven't had a physical card yet in our hands from the new guys, but they've sent us. We've seen their other products. We know what they're planning to do for us. These guys do TCG all the time, so.
And they did tell us that they would be expediting some product to us directly prior to them shipping out the whole order, so that we can get hands on with it.
Yeah.
The big order, guys, should take roughly about a month to go through customs and stuff. But we are expediting. We are paying that extra shipping cost to expedite some stuff. And obviously, we plan to use that stuff to showcase, show you guys, show off. We'll probably do some giveaways and stuff, and do some fun stuff with the stuff we get early. So,
yeah.
Also, as far as like the shipping and the completion date, obviously completion. As soon as they get finished, they should be sending everything off, but we do know that everything will be sent off before the 20th, because we've come to understand that they will be going on a holiday, so they're making sure that they get all of this stuff done before then. So estimated to arrive in late February. Well, as long as they start sending everything out by January 5th, yeah, the hope is like mid-February but arriving to you guys by, yeah, late February.
Yeah, you guys will
we
see. Sorry, I was just gonna say they're gonna see like what they send us is going by air, so we're gonna get that a lot sooner to be able to showcase that, run the giveaways that Vic was mentioning, and then the rest of it, because it's such a large quantity, they're doing it by sea, which is why it takes so much longer to get there, to make sure that everything's there safely and arrives correctly and that. So then at that point, we're going to be shipping it up or packing it up to you guys right away, shipping it out as soon as we can. I think mid-February is, as Vic mentioned, as long as everything goes to plan, that's what we're looking at. But we'll always keep you guys updated.
Yep, and it's still the plan to be packing and handling all of this as a team. So, yeah, come arrival date, you'll be seeing us all in person as a team. Most likely, we'll be doing some streams for you guys during that whole packing process and keeping you guys up to date. So, all great news. We're all very excited. It's finally coming to fruition.
We're almost there, guys.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Thank you guys for all
being a long
so
journey.
patient.
It's been a long journey, and yeah, I'm really happy with where we ended up. Because I'll tell you guys, just being honest, like, you know, if we go back in time several months from right now, it was just hearing that Rex and the printers couldn't do what we needed and not getting what we wanted, and that whole process was obviously just incredibly stressful and incredibly like worrisome. It was a time where it was just like, wait, what are we going to end up with here? And now we know what we're going to end up with, and we've got a really confident company who knows what they're doing, and these dates make sense. You know, these kind of production dates this is totally like within the time frames that we expected, and the communication has been good, and you know, they're asking questions that make sense with things. You know, we really did have some struggles previously where it was like, what exactly is the issue? So right now things are they're flowing, and although we're behind schedule, I'm very happy with where we're at, and I feel like all of us are feeling that, just like, okay, it's finally coming together the way we needed it to.
And we have so much more confidence going into our next, you know, product releases with the time frames. We're going to be more confident in those as well, and it's all just feeling a lot better, and we feel like we can see our next moves ahead of us without having to worry so much about things that were happening to us, like Johnny mentioned, that were just like, you know, just things that weren't going the right way, and we needed to make the switch that we did. And I know that it's been hard dealing with the delays, especially for you guys. So as I can't say it enough, like, thank you so much for your patience and understanding through all this. I know it's tough, but we are getting there, and we're super confident and excited for everything that's going to come after the base set.
Yeah. And
I'm just pretty happy we still kept it under a year.
Yeah.
But one hell of a year, I'd say. I definitely think this is just going to be one of those things that we all look back on and just kind of laugh, you know.
Cry a little. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, we've already got that.
We laugh.
What else was
I got
there?
another thing to say. Wait, Nick, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just. Was there anything else? Those were the two big things. But go ahead, Johnny.
So, speaking of streaming, since we're doing that right now, I don't know why I put that piece of candy cane in my mouth. I'm sorry, guys. That was foolish. But we are. Because we're streaming right now, we decided we'd want to stream more. We want to just like show up more for you guys. We've been so much in the trenches with getting this stuff tied down, but it's tied down. Things are moving, things are flowing. So we want to be hanging out more with you guys. So we're going to start up more weekly streams. I want to get some gameplay streams going, because I know you guys have been doing such an awesome job with Dock City Hangout and getting games going in there. So I want to support that. I want to come hang out. I want to get some games in, and get some tournaments going and do some fun stuff. You know, like we said, we're getting some product early, so we're going to be doing giveaways, and we'll make sure to come up with some creative, fun ways to give you guys a chance at some of that.
For sure, and more on that. Not only do we want to do more streams, become more interactive with all of you guys, because like Johnny said, we've been in the trenches. You guys haven't seen us in the Discord as much, haven't been doing as many streams, and that's all just because we're just trying to stay focused on the task at hand. But like Johnny said, it's all tied down. We got a nice flow going, so there's a few other things. Not only are we trying to get more streams going and create a more interactive atmosphere, but we are also trying to flesh out our social media and website more to be more informative. I know that's been one of our issues because we're all over the place. We're on Discord, we're on Kickstarter, we're on all these things, and I know some of you want a more consistent way of receiving your information. So we are working on, fluffing up our social media presence and our website presence. So that's something to look forward to. So we plan on having all of this pretty much ready to go by the time everybody's getting their Kickstarter, so that as we get more members and more people interested, the path moving forward is a lot more coherent. So those are things to look out for. But yeah, one way we do plan on doing this is more streams. I'd really like to stick to Mondays and Saturdays, so start the week with some NomNom and the weekend end the week with some NomNom. And this, like Johnny said, just getting in front of you guys, showing face, releasing some information, some transparency. We'd like to do some more creative streams as well with the artists, get more art streams going, and yeah, just more interaction, just more fun, getting you guys involved more. So yeah, all of that to look forward to as well. Do we know what LGS promos will be? Spoilers soon. Yeah, I suppose we could do that soon. We, obviously we have a first place, second place, third place, and then participation promo cards for those LGS promos, so that once the everybody starts getting their stuff and people are starting to learn the game, that the people that want to hold tournaments can start doing that. We also are working on some promotional posters that you can hang up in your stores, rooms, whatever. Whoever got the LGS tiers can advertise their tournaments and ways to go about rewarding the people participating in their tournaments. But yeah, more on this to come for sure. And yeah, definitely think we could do a spoiler for you guys within the next few weeks for sure. But I believe we got through most of the news we wanted to give all you guys. We do have a few other things to show you guys, but why don't we just go ahead and open up the floor for all of you guys? If you guys have been asking questions and we didn't get to it, go ahead. Now's the time. Ask us anything. And yeah.
And then Vic, I do have the champion spoiler ready.
Awesome. How are things looking for the future expansion sets, story, etc.? So, Harley, great. I mean, as far as everything on paper goes, but obviously all our focus has just been on this set right now. But we've already started conversations on Kaiju Horizons, which will be the next set, and we'll probably showcase and start base set going and stuff. Definitely the gears have begun to turn for the next set, as just needs me and Johnny's time and energy. But this is something that we would like to have ready within the next by the next 2 years. Obviously, it's something we don't want to rush. It's something that we as a team believe is a generational story to be told. So we want to go about that as as best as we can. But we do have ways and plans to showcase this story. I know a lot of you guys want more lore, more mythos explained to you, and that's something we plan on doing. And but we are trying to think of how we want to format that. Because obviously we've with each Instagram post we try our best to tell you a little bit about the character and creatures. So, and then here in the Discord too we have some of those posts too, but we want with the development and fleshing out of the website, we plan to have like a compendium of sorts that is mostly related to the story, not so much the game, to give you guys a deeper dive into the world of NomNom and what Mount City is like, what the average person, how the economy and government and all of that stuff. We want to showcase more of that because it is there's a lot going on. So any event spoilers? So obviously we don't have any posts or anything like that, but we do have 2 events already in the books for this next year, and obviously more posts and information on this to come. But Spookala is inviting us back, and there's somebody already that is supposed to be attending Spookala. You guys are familiar with this guy's work, so he will be partnering up with Spookala and us as well. We don't have an official plan on that worked out yet, but so our next Spookala event should be fun. And then also Bold Matsuri in June, I believe. I believe Spookala is in April. Like I said, more information on this to come. But these are 2 events that we know we will be attending, just because we have connections to these 2 conventions. But yeah, Bold Matsuri and Spookala. So look into those. They're both in Florida, so I apologize. But that's just the way it kind of worked out. But since everything's coming out within the next month or 2, we are obviously going to plan more events. So we need some suggestions. Where would you guys like us to go? Obviously, hitting Texas, California, Florida are obvious ones, but Chicago, Austria, would love to go to Australia convention. But yeah, whatever works out the best for us, and where we're needed and wanted the most. And then obviously we're going to start planting the seeds in certain places. One thing I do want everybody to keep in mind, though we do plan on doing conventions, we do want to keep it a fairly not a low number of conventions, but we want to make each convention an experience, and if we're going to a convention every month, it gets really hard to get stuff done. And obviously as our team grows and as our population grows and stuff, we will too. But right now, and this is just me speaking from experience, being an artist and the owner of Senpai Studio and stuff, and then speaking from experience from my run with previous conventions and stuff. They take a lot out of you, they take a lot of work. So and I understand that, it's really hard for us to work on the things that need to be worked on if we're constantly traveling and stuff. So we want to make sure that we hit every area of the United States, Midwest, West Coast, East Coast, the Southwest. We want to hit the big spots, and kind of for all of you guys that want to attend one of these events, we're trying to hit those locations that kind of are perfectly in the middle of everybody, so.
And
try and
create like Vic said,
What was
sorry, we definitely want to focus on the next product, but we know this is also like we're delivering the Kickstarter. You guys are going to have the cards in hand. We're going to have product that we can, get into the hands of even some new people. So doing conventions is definitely something we're talking about a lot right now. Reaching out to, like Bryce and our buddies, trying to find out who's going where and who's going to be at what conventions. And so we're working on that right now. And as soon as we get more locked in, or whichever ones we decide, we will definitely let you guys know as soon as we can. And also keep in mind that we're going to be wanting at some point to start putting together like LGS based tournaments and events. So if you guys know any really cool LGSs in your areas that you think might be cool places to start talking to about stuff like that, that kind of thing takes planning. So it would be good to start those conversations early. So yeah, let us know, because we want to be able to do, just like we want to be able to do conventions, we want to be able to do more local events that give you guys easier access to us as well. So yeah, definitely.
Got a question from Charles. Do we know official booster box Kickstarter release numbers and other items? Yes, we do have a finite amount of product, and we will release those numbers when we get a little bit closer to shipping everything out, just like we always do, and give you guys a rundown of rarities and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll post that information when we get a little bit closer to release. Gen
But
Con,
Carl, I will say, what we originally said was that we were going to be well below 5K, and we are well below 5K. So on track, anyway.
All right, and then any update changes regarding the Anchor program? Yeah, so we definitely want to get you guys more involved. I know the whole thing has been kind of in a lull for good reason, but we do have some pretty creative ideas to get you guys more involved and give you guys the tools to, participate in the Anchor program more efficiently. So we will definitely be reaching out to you guys very soon to do like a meeting of sorts and get more ideas from you guys on how to go about doing this. Which leads me to my next thought too is like, for instance, Ben reached out to all of you guys and asked what you guys would like to see as our next teaser, which we have for you guys, and we will showcase that towards the end of the stream. But I would like to do more polls involving you guys, getting a better idea of like what you guys would like to see from us, and what we can do for you guys as far as what you want to see more of, ideas that you think events, for instance, locations of events. So we will be getting more involved with polls and stuff, and getting your guys' input on some of these things as well. Gotta scroll down.
Any chance of a Ralph art being available at the next event for Bryce to sign on his poster table? I'll just say, you never know. We love to have something to interact with Bryce with, but those plans are still coming together. So not gonna confirm or deny.
Any chance? Oh, either of the artists have a favorite design they created so far? Tesla, let's start with you.
I do, but it's not out yet.
It's not out yet, eh?
Yeah.
It's not out and about yet. So, but I will say, man, it's hard. Like,
I'm really glad you just said that, because I almost blurted out what my favorite was, and I don't know if my favorite has been spoiled yet. So I'm just like, oh, hang on, let me check.
Yeah, you guys, I will say though, like, you guys will find out what it is very soon and very quickly, as soon as product reaches you. So, yeah. Vic?
TCG things. I kind of touched on this already, but I will reiterate. So me and Johnny plan to have manga, novel, etc. You know, however we plan to format that. I'd really like to do it in chapters and stuff, similar to a manga chapter book. But we haven't officially decided on that yet. But we'd like to have something ready within the next 2 years. We just want to put a lot of work into it, and then, you know, obviously all the writing and the panel work that would need to be done. So, but we do plan on disclosing lore and more mythos very, very soon again, like we used to, and get more information to you guys pertaining to the world. So, just give us a little bit of time on that.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, you're good. Yeah, in fact, me and Johnny were talking about some streams will be completely dedicated to telling you guys more about your favorite cards and the creatures, your favorite nomsters, your favorite champions, and more about their life and stuff. So, yeah, streams will be a good way to do that. But we also plan on doing like a compendium of sorts on the website, so you can go check that out. And read into some of your favorite characters that way as well.
Yeah, when we say we're going to make updates to the website, like there's a ton of different avenues we want to go with it to make it more lively and interactive and just overall informative, because I know a lot of our community base lives on Discord, and we would love to branch out from there and, you know, use the tools that we've got and are learning to use to get there. So yeah, excited to do those things and show you guys what we're cooking up.
Yep, increase the size of our platform.
Yes.
Sorry guys, I'm still thinking about my favorite art. So I can't show Tessa's because yeah, it's not out yet, but I'll show you my favorite of Vic's because that is out yet. Just dropping it. That is out yet. This is the easy win for me. I'm sorry, it's just too good. It's too good. It's uploading.
Are you posting it?
Your connection is very slow. So slow. Come on, baby, you can do it. There it is. All right, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's just the Rookie Hunter art. It's too good.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. You crushed that.
I can't wait to show.
Absolutely crushed that.
Solid.
I look forward to the Lily arc, simply because when Ralph gets his hands on some of Lily's DNA,
I want to see that.
His Lily his Lily transformation is probably going to be considered by the fan base as one of his most powerful transformations, and I look forward to that. It's one of my personal favorites, especially the first time you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's like just the Ralph transformations in general are each one is going to be such like a peak point for me when we get to show like and explain the story and show people like what's really going on with Ralph and the kaiju. Like, oh,
it's gonna be sweet.
Kind of blabbed quite a bit to Chicken Fingers one night, and so that's why he's saying no. Go on. Nate, you too. You're one of the unfortunate individuals that just lives close enough to where I blab too much, but I can't help it. Like, that's how bad I want you guys to know the story. It's like
the first 4 months that I met Victor, I actually didn't speak at all because he was just telling me all the stories and inviting me into the world, and I was like, at the end, I was just like, yeah, yeah, I'm in. It's still like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can really rant.
So yeah, basically, guys, we have so much to tell you, and we have so much already like worked on that we now need to refine to really make the proper lore and the stories and arrange it and things like that. And it's all that Vic and I want to do, but we really care about making a really good product and like being responsible and doing what we're supposed to do with the game first, because we know that like that's going to be the most fun for us personally, is working on the
Here's a
lore.
good question. Ken asked us, when can we expect the redemption cards to start? Pretty much immediately after base set goes out and stuff, we are going to start addressing all the redemption cards. So all the redemption cards during the year of 2025 will be redeemed. And I can't give you guys an official time frame for all of them, but I will promise you that all the redeemables will be addressed during the year of 2025. That I will guarantee you guys. I just can't guarantee you guys exact dates quite yet, but the first ones that we plan on addressing is the Spookala ones and the Bold Matsuri one. For obvious reasons.
Mhm.
Those will be our first events. And so those are going to be the first ones that we take care of. And I'm really looking forward to those because each one of the redeemable cards will get all new arts for all of them. And serialized and all that fun stuff. And I still stand by my statement. I think these will be some of the rarest cards we ever do, especially the ones that will be based off of the art cards. Well, they're all based off art cards, but the NomNom specific art cards, the Ralph, the Sophie, the Kid Crow, the Big Daddy, the True Seeker, the Bell Dragon, and the Peanut, and then Dragon of Aeons, which there's only one of, and I believe T-Flow, I think you are now the proud owner of that. So there's only going to be literally one of those. So
It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely can't wait to take care of all the people that are in possession of the redeemables, because these were the things that even before there was a game, before a lot of stuff, like NomNom was still a concept, but these art cards were pretty much my early stages, because when I left my previous company I worked for, I wasn't really sure what to do, what I was gonna do, where I was gonna take, my talents and stuff. There was a lot of avenues, but I knew I wanted to resurrect my old project, which was NomNom, which is something I've been working on for quite some time now. So these are cards that are redeemable. These were my ways of creating stuff that was collectible before I knew what I was gonna do. So, and the shape of what those redeemables were gonna be has changed quite a bit. So I want to make those really special for you guys. So, yeah, 2025 is the year of redeemables, and we may do it again eventually, but want to get all these ones done first.
I don't think we're missing anything in the chat unless anyone's got something.
I think you got anything that we didn't answer.
Yeah, if we missed anything, guys, please ask again. We apologize if we missed it.
And in the meantime, do you guys want to talk about your favorite Christmas traditions and movies? What are you guys doing over the holidays?
Oh, I'll definitely.
Christmas spirit. Hey, Johnny, did you ever? Oh yeah, you did send it. Tessa, our favorite nomsters and designs. You gonna give us one?
You guys gotta answer that. With what's been spoiled.
Okay.
Or honestly, you could spoil what you say.
Tessa, send me a message and tell me what the thing is that hasn't been shown off yet, and maybe we can make it the next teaser.
You're not gonna
send it to me.
You can't assume what it is.
Okay, with you saying that, I kind of know exactly what it is.
Yeah. You can't.
Okay, what's your second favorite?
Yeah, Victor, if you want to answer first, just give me a second. I need to think about it.
Does the thing that you like rhyme with Locke's Robber?
Smooth.
What?
Smooth.
Oh my gosh.
Is your favorite design like? Does it rhyme with fox?
Hopper.
Hopper. There you go. Couldn't think of a word. This is why I'm not a rapper.
The crowd laughing at the
Different
audience.
There's a lot of
is
reasons.
right
Everyone's
now.
like connecting the dots. Wait a minute.
We've got too many smart people in the chat. I can't even answer that.
That's true.
That's good though.
But yeah, Vic, what's your favorite design that you've done? Well, I figure out a second, a number 2.
I feel like I've done so much. It's like all my babies.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Well, pick a favorite and push the rest off a cliff. Who's it gonna be?
Why would I do that then?
If you had to, who are you gonna pick?
Okay, one of my favorite designs. Like every time I look at it, I'm just like, cool. Is Big Red.
Yeah, I'll post
Yeah.
it in chat so people can see it.
Yeah, one of my earliest exposures to anime and stuff was Gundam Wing back in the day. One of my favorite animes of all time is Gurren Lagann, which was actually a huge inspiration for Big Red, along with Evangelion. Also, love Evangelion. But yeah, Big Red, that was like one of my... I mean, I've drawn robots before and stuff, but that was one of the very first, like, big designs that is a mech, that I did. And I just really love what I ended up coming up with. I like his helmet, I like the teeth on it, I like how it kind of looks like a kaiju.
Yeah.
I actually debated on giving him a tail,
Really?
so he looked even more kaiju-like. But I love Mugi, I love the Slimernaut race, I like where they come from. I like their whole story and what they are. And I like how we kind of developed the uniqueness of like Mugi as a character and how he was kind of always fated to be the pilot of Big Red, and like how mechs fit into the world and where mechs came from. And this is all like strongly attached to Beta 3 as well. So all of those, like all of that stuff kind of plays into it. So yeah, I like Big Red, but I'm also I also love Bugadon. I like the
Bugadon's my
simplicity
favorite of yours. Like,
yeah, he's just a cute little bug dinosaur. I don't know. And it is also pronounced Bugadon. A lot of people like to say Bugadon, which is fine. You can call it whatever you want. Just for the sake of, if anybody was ever curious, because I know, well, it's like in like Pokemon and stuff. Like we've all been saying Ponyta for years, and then you're gonna tell me that it's actually Ponyta? No, it's not. So it's whatever you feel like is the best, enunciation, whatever sounds cooler. And then another one is a lot of people say Mole Digga, which is fine. It makes sense. Moles dig, so I could see why people say Mole Digga, but it's actually Mole Daiga. That's another one I just hear commonly, pronounced that way. So, I can't think of any other ones, but yeah, those two just came to mind. So just so everybody knows.
yeah. So okay, I had time to think about it and remember, because I feel like it all it's hard to remember everything, and like you dedicate so much time to each thing that you do that you like have a different relationship with each of them, and like I feel mean picking favorites at this point because I just love everything so much. But like when it comes to like my 100% creations that I've done by myself, Victor has guided me through a lot of my my journey with NomNom, and I'm super thankful for that. But I would say like Prowlumbra is always going to have a very special place in my heart, just because that was my first character that I just developed from the ground up, and it went through so many different changes and versions and just like upgrades, I would say. And so it's just become very special to me. And shout out to Misfit if he's in here. He fucking friggin', excuse my language, killed this.
Yeah, that is so good.
This was the first.
Come out with the NomNom toy line is like, I mean, like, if I was a kid and I saw that, is like, I need that.
Yeah.
Like,
this,
I just
this
feel like
being,
NomNom toys do so well.
This being the first thing that like really like, my heart was already in NomNom from the first time I heard Victor talk about it. But as soon as I created something like real for it that didn't exist before, that's now always going to be there, it was just like, this is always going to be, you know, super special to me. I would say aside from that would be the golden idols have become very special to me. Specifically, I would say the eagle, just because of the entire atmosphere around it, to me just feels really beautiful. And I know like idols, like they're cool because they're rare, for the prototype versions at least, but like for me, just the whole, just developing that with Victor for the design itself, and then doing my first real full background for NomNom was really cool. I think it looks great. I feel good about it, and I'm happy that I get to share that with everyone. And yeah, no, there's tons of cards and designs that I've done since both of those that I'm super proud of, and I know there's gonna be more, but yeah, I'll stop. Those are my two tops, aside from the one that I'm not gonna tell you guys about. Yeah.
Nobody's got to see the 5th and final Golden Idol yet either.
I know.
I do love that one. That one was a lot of fun. Actually, like my first, okay, I love the background that I did for that one. The first background I actually did, like that I went full out for, was for the Golden Boar and for Cytheratops. But I don't know. I fell in love with this one for the eagle. I really love it.
So nice.
Yeah. And like the little eggs, he's coming from a nest. I thought that was a fun little touch. So yeah. Tranquil is a good word for it. That's how it makes me feel. I don't know if you guys knew this, but all of the idols reside in different parts of NomNom. So the first one, the turtle, would be in the Hunger. That one was done by Vic, of course. Classic. And then we've got the fish in the Sunken Harbor. And then the boar was in the desert area, the Lost Sands. And then we've got the eagle, which is in the spine. And then where do you think the next guy is? Do we know?
Canada.
Northern Frog.
What's that? Your pocket. So that might be a little hint to the next one, I'd say. Maybe.
Update on U2's collab. So we've been staying in contact with them.
Just waiting. They had a
and that's
pretty long wait for the casts.
Yeah, so that will definitely be our first, step into the toy world for sure. But yeah, we've been keeping a point of contact with them, but obviously we're just not quite ready yet. So, but yeah, collaboration with U2's is inevitable, and hopefully we can see it this upcoming year, 2025. But we will let you guys know as soon as we start doing that.
In the meantime, you can hit up Misfit.
Ralph Sawblade keychain. I would love to do something with the Ralph Sawblade keychain.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, just the little keychain eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot, look at Grendel. Is that yours, Grendel? Can you hear us now, Grendel?
Yeah, he got us.
Oh, okay, cool. Dude, a Namagotchi.
That'd be crazy.
One
Something
day.
we dream about.
Yo, shout out to Bendai. What's up?
How you doing?
By the way,
Yeah, there's so many things that we could explore. Go ahead, Johnny. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. To the explorers, I realized Prowlumbra was not in TTS yet, so I just added that
Nice.
to tabletop. It'll be updated in a minute or so. And then, did we have another card to show off, guys?
We do.
Do we want to do that?
Let's. Are we wrapping up the stream?
T-Flow's just asking about. Johnny, do you want to talk about the TTS tournament situation?
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, we definitely want to get more going, and I want to come hang out because you guys have been doing such a good job in the Dock City Hangout. I want to come participate in that more. Basically, like I mentioned earlier, us being out of the trenches now, we just want to hang out more, do more stuff, be more local, you might say, using NomNom lingo. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'll keep announcements coming. Definitely tournaments coming soon. Yeah, the gears are turning. The gears are turning. So just keep your eyes on the announcements. I'll let you guys know as I tie things down for sure. But for now, and I will be frequently updating TTS as well with more cards. So the tournaments, as we do them, you'll be getting more and more of the set, kind of, as we play around.
We lost Victor.
He's gone.
I didn't even see him get up.
Yeah, Epic, I hear you. Fine with no toys and other stuff. Concentrate on getting the story out. Yeah, we learned a lot from this year of comms and product production and things. Learned a lot of good things. Learned some things to avoid, and definitely learned that rushing this stuff is not at all the way to approach this. We want to find good, trustworthy people who understand the project, want to do what we want to do. So yeah, we're focused on game, story and lore, and then other stuff for fun. Story and lore we know is going to take a while, so that's why we're putting the time length on it, because we want to really polish that and have fun with it. So you'll see toys before you see the lore put together, but we're going to give you guys pieces and pieces of the lore as we bring them out. We're going to get back to doing more posts, like Vic said, that have lore attached to them, so you can get back into NomNom, start learning more about the world and Mount City and how it all works in its own crazy way.
Yeah, and we are planning on holiday sets. We want to kind of work that into our roadmap in terms of the full sets and mini sets that we want to do per year. I don't know if we're going to manage every single holiday. It's something that we're talking about as a team, which ones we want to kind of tackle. I think ideally in the future, we would love to be able to hit every single one. But yeah, it's definitely something we're talking about.
Well, every single one, we're never gonna do a Labor Day.
Unless you guys want that, I'll do
all
that.
Those hardworking artificers don't get a promo.
Come on.
Just kidding.
But yeah, as far as Halloween, Christmas,
the big four.
Yeah, certain holidays I definitely do want to hit, for sure. So 2025, you can definitely anticipate more attention to the to the holidays. That one snuck up on me. So it was just something a little bit hard to do while we were, trying to fix everything with base set this year. We managed to do something, last year with the Dread Ralph and stuff, but that was also last minute, and that was also quite the, we'd like to have everything to you before the holiday, so, and some of you guys, pretty much all of you guys, didn't get the Halloween promo until a month later, so
don't want to fall into that pattern at all.
Yeah, no, you know, a lot of people wanted it, and I thought it would be really cool to show you guys what it is Ralph's arm allows him to do, and I thought that would be the perfect opportunity to do so with a spooky transformation. So yeah, yeah, the big holidays definitely. Some of the smaller holidays maybe sometimes, but yeah.
We'll do Canada Day, right?
I don't even know what day that is.
Does anyone here know when Canada Day is without Googling it?
I don't think that's real. Just like those fiddlehead things. Not real. Not a real vegetable.
Those are so good. Don't even joke about that.
Not real. Don't exist.
It's like a bean, but superior.
Superior bean.
Also, Preston, we did record the stream. If anybody missed most of this, just go check out our YouTube channel. We will be posting the entirety of the stream on there for anybody that missed anything.
Yes.
But it is now 8:02, so we've been streaming for an hour. We'll wrap this up. So if anybody's got any last minute questions, I'd like you guys to all be able to get back to your evenings and stuff, because I know it's Christmas time, so I want you guys all spend time with your family and friends.
Speaking of it being Christmas time, also I'd love to see if you guys want to throw your favorite Christmas movies in the chat. Let's see. What is the greatest Christmas movie, guys? Elf. Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Elf is good. I imagine there's quite a bit of Jim Carrey's Grinch out there. Good one.
Oh yeah, Grinch just got posted. Die Hard. Excellent.
I was waiting for
Home
it.
Alone. Home Alone's mine.
Yeah.
Home Alone's mine, so good one.
Home Alone's definitely in my top 3, but honestly, my all-time favorite Christmas movie is actually relatively new. I think it came out. It's a Netflix original, and it just came out in the last 2 years, and it's just called. No, it's called Klaus, and that's it.
Just Klaus.
It's the animation. The animation is super enchanting and captivating and charming. The story, it almost gets me teared up every single time. It's so
nice.
Good. It makes you feel good. Makes Christmas feel like it felt when you were a kid again. So if you guys haven't seen Klaus on Netflix, please watch it. It is really good.
I'll check that out. The one that I just saw recently that I thought was like instant Christmas classic was it's called 8-Bit Christmas, and it is pretty good. It's about a bunch of nerds like getting their first Nintendo. Definitely a good movie.
Nice.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen Red One yet,
oh my god.
I don't know if you're fans of The Rock at all, but like it's such a interesting and like innovative take on Christmas. Like they just opened up a whole new like perspective on it, and I loved it. It was so good. It was like definitely more adult like than most Christmas movies, which I love too. Yeah, check it out. It's really good.
It was like extremely over the top, and I love that. Like
yeah.
They just like went full ridiculous, and yeah, I actually loved it.
It was really, really good.
Alright, is it spoiler?
I've seen a lot of good ones here. Bad Santa. Ooh, Bad Santa's excellent. Yeah.
Bad Santa. I haven't seen Bad Santa in a long time.
Christmas Vacay.
Jingle All the Way. That's a good one.
Oh man, I made my family watch that last year, and they were like, "That wasn't a good movie." I'm like, "That's not the point. It's Arnold.
You don't
Christmas."
It's Turbo Time.
It's Turbo Time.
That was actually shot in Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah, like Mickey's Cafe, the cafe that him and the mailman, Sinbad, are sitting in. That's Mickey's Cafe. It's still there in downtown St. Paul. Like, you can go there.
Put the cookie down.
Give me the marble.
Alright, I will
Pups,
post...
thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
I'll put the spoilers in the announcements.
Amazon Prime just
spoiled
released a Prime original movie called Red One with The Rock and Chris Evans and stuff. That was pretty good. It was pretty fun.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
Tessa
it was.
said.
That's the one
Yeah,
I
it was
said.
like a. Oh, really? Yeah, it was like a Christmas action movie. Pretty well done.
I love it.
I really appreciated the special effects in that movie too, for like Krampus and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
good.
Ben,
Oh, wait, no spoilers,
posted
though.
in the announcements and
I
on
did.
Instagram.
I did.
Oh, okay.
And guys, by the way, the new spoiler and Prowlumbra are about to be updated on TTS, so you guys can mess around with the new champion. It'll be updated in like one minute. I'll tell you in a second.
So, a little bit about Ziggler. You guys want more lore? I'm here to give it to you. So, Ziggler is a nothing. There are two sects of that's maybe not the right word. There's like two groups of nothings. So nothings are a race. They're a very ingenious race. They are a very intellectual race. They're not really. Their physicality isn't really there, but they're very studious. A studious race. They love learning and taking things apart, putting them back together. It's what Belmonte is. It's what Ziggler is. But Belmonte and Ziggler are both premium examples of the two different kinds of nothings you can run into in the world of NomNom. So Belmonte is part of the mystical faction. Ziggler is part of the mechanical faction of nothings. And what that means is how they treat the things that they're learning about. These nothings, the mystical nothings, they kind of approach things from a very mystical standpoint. There's magic in what they do. Every artifact holds meaning and purpose and can be understood in a way that is unique to those nothings. But then the mechanical nothings, they're kind of more on the everything can be like recreated and replicated and understood by scientific theory and stuff. They believe that like everything, all the artifacts can like be recreated or replicated or broken down and understood, each individual part, but to a lot of people, a lot of people see nothings, they're all the same to other people, simply because they're all really good at like understanding the unknown of NomNom, especially when it comes in the form of a artifact or a particular relic. They just really want to understand the past of NomNom before it was NomNom. All these leftover technological advancements and stuff that come from previous ages of NomNom. So Ziggler is a mechanical nothing, and you can really tell the difference in them in what they wear. So I know I have explained some of the biology of a nothing. So a nothing, why they're called nothings is because no one's ever really seen them, like what they look like physically. They do have mass and form and stuff, but their biology doesn't allow them to be seen by any of the other races. So they're usually, actually not usually, but all nothings are just covered in clothing and garbs and stuff, so that you can't see their physical appearance, because if you did, they would cease to exist. And obviously, this makes living for nothings very difficult, as they constantly have to be covered up. And you might think, are people just out here taking the hats off of nothing so that they can be seen? And pretty much murdered. But no, nobody's really picking fights with nothings. They're just too invaluable to the rest of society. There's no race that are better at what they do, and they do it on such a grand scale that nothings are very treated with like a lot of respect in most societies, because as far as like technological advances go, you can almost guarantee you'll always find a nothing as the lead researcher on a project, or one of the main heads on like projects that involve anything to do with artifacts. So because of this, people usually leave nothings alone. They do not seek out confrontation at all. They are a fairly peaceful race. They just keep to themselves in their studies and stuff. And when they do get involved with the other races and stuff, it's because the people that they work with are like-minded like them. So, and there's probably only one human in the current story that's been introduced to you that can actually keep up with nothings, and that's our girl Zoe. There will be other very intelligent races, examples of other races, but as far as like artificers you guys have met, Zoe is very, very intelligent and quite brilliant, and you get to see the full scope of that throughout the story and stuff, and how good Zoe actually is at what she does. Oh, Ziegler himself, like, what is he doing in the art of the card? So Ziegler is an artificer, but he's not just an artificer. He's one that works in league with the Justicars and stuff. He's somewhat of a detective. Crime scenes that involve anything to do with artifacts that have unknown properties, that's when Ziegler is called in. He's top of the field when it comes to things like this, so he's constantly invited to crime scenes and stuff, mainly ones that involve artifacts or possibly involved artifacts. So that's pretty much what Ziegler's doing. He's kind of studying an artifact that might have been left at a crime scene or something pertaining to that. So Ziegler is definitely a unique nothing, as though he does enjoy understanding artifacts and stuff, he's a little bit more adventurous than your typical nothing. So he does stand out quite a bit comparatively to other nothings. I need Belmonte and Ziegler standing back to back on a hoodie. That would be pretty dope. But if there's no more questions,
yeah,
that was a very fun stream. Thank you guys all for showing up, and for anybody that missed the stream, just let them know that it will be on YouTube. We'll also make an announcement letting everybody know. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. And I hope you guys have a very safe holidays. And yeah, oh, I love Moogles.
Yeah, me too. Big Moogle fan right here.
I like all the variations of them too.
Yeah.
There's never been a bad Moogle design.
No.
All right, guys. Yep. Love you guys, and yeah, like I said, stay safe. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy New Year. Razzleberry dressing and etc.
Also, Ben will be posting another poll for you guys to get a good idea of what you guys would like to see next for the next spoiler. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. But other than that, have a great night, guys, and I will chat at you guys later. Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.